one of the most famous fighters of his generation, fighting in one of the famous stadiums in the world. Can you imagine being AJ right now? A lot of pressure too, though. Don't get it twisted. You've got to perform in front of 96,000 of your closest friends.
But mamma mia, Rosie, a social media sensation turned boxer, has turned the sport on its ear. This is incredible. And what must be going through this 27-year-old's mind, like so many members of his generation, dealing with mental health issues. Here we go!
Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua has ignited major controversy in the boxing world, with most experts firmly siding with Joshua. They point to his heavyweight power, world-class experience, Olympic background, and devastating knockout record as overwhelming advantages. Although Jake Paul has shown improvement and picked up wins over MMA athletes and lower-level boxers, he has never stepped in with a genuine elite heavyweight. Analysts argue Paul's only hope will be landing a shock early shot, but Joshua's jab, control, and discipline would likely shut that down quickly. The consensus is clear. Joshua would dominate and stop the fight within a few rounds, making the matchup more spectacle than competition.
Kisa, a few times on it. I mean, there's nothing to report to you that it's close or, there's a lot of hoops to jump through. Of course, AJ is exclusive to DAZN. We also work very closely with His Excellency, and although we have no contract with him, we're in talks for big fights next year. Of course, Tyson Fury being one of them. So we'd definitely give him the respect of making sure that he was aware of the plan and, part of that plan as well. But at the moment, there's nothing major to report on that. Would we take the fight? Absolutely. I think Jake would be... my estimations of Jake Paul would go through the roof if he signed to fight Anthony Joshua, because I just can't believe in my mind that he would do something like that. Gervonta was a smart one because of his size. I think actually he would have had a lot of success against Jake Paul, but the size is a problem. But this would just be, if Jake Paul was to take the fight with AJ, you'd really have to maybe carry his balls in a wheelbarrow on the ring walk, because AJ wouldn't mess around in there, so it would be huge, but nothing to tell you it's close. Just
the showdown between Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua is locked in for December 19th, 2025 at the Casa Center in Miami, with global broadcasting on Netflix. This is a legitimate, fully sanctioned heavyweight fight under Queensberry rules, 8 3-minute rounds with 10-ounce gloves, not an exhibition. To narrow the gap, Joshua has accepted a contracted limit of 245 pounds, far lighter than his usual fighting weight. With both men risking their professional records, the matchup carries serious stakes, and a clean knockout or decisive finish is fully expected.
Happening, Jake Paul will face the two-time unified heavyweight world champion Anthony Joshua on Friday, December the 19th in Miami, Florida. It's going to be an 8-round fight with 3-minute rounds and 10-ounce gloves. It's Joshua's first fight since being knocked out by Daniel Dubois in September last year. Jake Paul won a unanimous decision against veteran Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. earlier this year. Well, Jake Paul said this: a professional heavyweight fight against an elite world champion in his prime. When I beat Anthony Joshua, every doubt disappears and no one can deny me the opportunity to fight for a world title. To all my haters, this is what you wanted. To the people of the United Kingdom,
the boxing world and fans alike have reacted strongly to Jake Paul calling out Anthony Joshua, with many viewing the move as overly bold and far beyond Paul's current level. A large portion of the community feels his ambition to take on a proven, elite heavyweight like Joshua is unrealistic and borders on overconfidence.
The real deal respond to me as I tweeted my thoughts about delusion, which again, I think is more about what Jake said about Anthony Joshua and what he'll do to him. That was the more delusional aspect of this. Amanda Serrano said, at Jake Paul is the truth. Funny, they say he's a fraud for wanting easy fights. Then he asked for the toughest fights ever and they say he's nuts. Listen, he was scheduled to fight Canelo, Gervonta, And now he's calling out Joshua. Come on, who else is doing this? Oh, crap, on second thought, he is out of his freaking mind. You're right. That was more of just Amanda backing her guy, you know what I'm saying, the co-founder of MVP and someone.
However, Dave Allen has issued a strong warning, arguing that Anthony Joshua could harm his own legacy by taking a fight with Jake Paul. He believes that even allowing Paul the chance to land a clean punch could cast doubt on everything Joshua has accomplished. According to Allen, the matchup leans more toward entertainment than true competition, and many dedicated boxing fans would see it as a step backward. He suggests Joshua risks losing respect within the boxing community by stepping into the ring with a YouTuber-turned-boxer like Paul.
Lost to Tommy Fury. Anthony Joshua cannot box Jake Paul. Horrific. He's dangerous for one, and two, if Jake Paul even lands a glove on him, it just diminishes everything that he's achieved. Jake Paul won't last 2 minutes for me. Never mind Anthony Joshua. It's ridiculous. It's a joke.
If AJ does say yes to going in against Jake Paul, does he harm his legacy?
I would lose a bit of respect for him, and I think a lot of boxing people would as well, to be honest. Why would he box him? 2-time heavyweight champion of the world, one of the best heavyweights the last 20 years, held British boxing on his back. People might say he deserves to box Jake Paul. But why though? Why would he do it?
Did you lose respect from when he fought Ngannou? Did you lose respect from Fury when he fought Ngannou?
Ngannou's a serious fighting man. World champion in the mixed martial arts.
It's a worrying thing, potentially, the damage that AJ could do to Jake Paul.
He'll hurt him. Yeah, Jake Paul is a cruiserweight. You wouldn't put the Midlands area cruiserweight champion in with Anthony Joshua. So why would you put Jake Paul in there? Just because he's a superstar, whatever. I don't know what he does. What does he do? What is he?
A YouTuber.
It's just not worth it. He's got enough money as it is. Why risk all that for a few more quid? I don't like it. I hope it